Hey YouTube, this is Victor with Biscuit here. I got this Briggs & Stratton 9 horsepower motor here. I'm going to set the gap on the magneto. So it's got a massive pump. This thing is going to pump out some stuff here. So let's get to it, and I'll go ahead and pull this cover off. There's 5 bolts to pull this cover off, and then we'll show you how to set the magneto gap. Okay, well, we got this cover off here, and here's our magneto, and we're going to set the gap in there. And what I use is just a business card of whatever sort you want, and you just slide it in there. And what you want to do is you want to rotate it to the part that has got the magnet, is what you'll want to do, because it'll suck it all the way tight. Like right now, there, it sucked it to it. So what we'll go ahead and do here is slide that there business card in there and try to spin it and have it suck down on it. Oh, there we go. And so as you see, it snapped down on there because there's a magnet here, and you want to make sure that it's there nice and tight. And then you just tighten the 2 bolts here back up, pull them real tight, and there you go. That's how you set your... Well, we knocked the camera over there, YouTube. Anyways, as I was saying, that's how you set your gap. So now the gap is set. So we'll go ahead and there we go. So stay tuned. YouTube, we got it sitting on there. We don't have it bolted down yet. We're going to test to make sure it runs before we put it all back together, because you always want to test your you know, if you can start it without putting it all the way back together safely. I suggest that, so you don't get it all back together and everything, and then all of a sudden you got to take it all the way back apart because it doesn't work. So let's go ahead and test her here. We're gonna set the engine speed, put her on choke. So here we go. Got my wife there holding the front of the motor on there so it doesn't fly off. Look at that! Look at that! Like a dream. So yeah, what I found out with this actually was the fact that the magneto was way too close. So I adjusted that gap with a business card, remember? And then which still no spark. Didn't understand it, didn't understand why. And so I checked the switch to see if it worked. I completely unhooked it and everything, still no spark. And then this has got a little plug over here with a light in it, which not exactly, I'm assuming this is a low oil light, which goes to this sensor here and plugs into this plug. I think this LED is burnt out, because as soon as I unplug it, it works, and I plug it in and it quits working. And this thing is completely full of oil. It doesn't need any more oil, or this sensor is bad. It's one of the two, but you know, I check the oil and things quite often, so I don't need a low oil light, so I'm not worried about that. So we're going to go ahead and throw the bolts back in the front. And she's a working pressure washer. Yeah, it was a pretty big beast here. So yeah, thanks for watching, YouTube, and stay tuned for more.